Imagine losing your home. Imagine losing your freedom. Imagine losing your child before he or she even opened their eyes. Who would stand beside you when everyone else turns away? In America, the answer is often just one institution: the courts. A courtroom is not merely a building of concrete and marble. It is where the weakest citizen can stand before the strongest government and say, "Justice is my constitutional right." Introduction. The greatness of any nation is not measured by its skyscrapers, its military, or its wealth. It is measured by one simple question: can an ordinary citizen defeat injustice? The United States Constitution answers that question with a powerful yes. Its courts exist not merely to punish criminals, but to ensure that government itself obeys the law. Every judge takes an oath, not to protect politicians, not to protect corporations, but to protect the Constitution. That oath has changed countless lives. Part one. The Constitution belongs to every citizen. One of the greatest ideas ever written is that no person is above the law. Not a police officer, not a governor, not a president. Every government action can be challenged before an independent court. When officials misuse their authority, citizens can sue. When constitutional rights are violated, judges can stop the government. This is why American courts are often called the guardians of liberty. Part 2. Protecting the most vulnerable. Justice is not only for the rich. It is often most important for those who have no power at all. Children, disabled persons, the elderly, victims of abuse, the poor. American courts have repeatedly intervened to protect children from neglect, violence, unlawful detention, discrimination, and exploitation. Judges regularly issue emergency orders removing children from dangerous homes. Courts appoint guardians when parents cannot protect a child's interests. They order compensation for injured children. They ensure schools cannot unlawfully discriminate. Justice becomes the voice of those who cannot yet speak for themselves. Part 2. What about a child who never took a breath? This is where the law becomes both emotional and complex. Can a child who dies before birth have legal rights? The answer depends on the law involved. Across many American states, families may bring legal claims when negligence causes the death of a viable unborn child. Medical malpractice, dangerous driving, or reckless conduct may result in civil liability. Some states recognize wrongful death actions for unborn children under specific statutes. Many states also have fetal homicide laws that treat the unlawful killing of an unborn child as a separate criminal offense, while providing exceptions required by law. These laws reflect society's effort to recognize profound human loss while balancing constitutional principles and state legislation. Courts carefully interpret these laws to ensure justice is delivered according to the Constitution and the statutes enacted by elected legislatures. Part 4. The courts correct government mistakes. History shows that governments sometimes make mistakes. Officials can abuse power. Police can arrest the wrong person. Public agencies can seize property unlawfully. But the judicial system exists to correct those errors. American courts have overturned wrongful convictions, released innocent prisoners, returned illegally seized property, and struck down unconstitutional government actions. The courtroom becomes the place where facts matter more than influence. Part 5. Justice beyond politics. Judges do not always decide popular cases. Sometimes their decisions anger governments. Sometimes they anger the public. Yet the judicial oath requires only one thing: to follow the law. This independence protects democracy itself. Without independent courts, constitutional rights would become empty promises. Part 6. A parent's fight for justice. Imagine parents expecting the happiest day of their lives. Instead, they leave the hospital carrying unimaginable grief. If medical negligence caused that tragedy, many American states allow those parents to seek accountability through the courts, subject to state law. Medical experts testify. Evidence is examined. Hospitals answer questions. Doctors are held accountable if negligence is proven. Justice cannot erase the pain, but it can establish responsibility. It can improve medical standards. And it can help prevent another family from suffering the same loss. Parts of why independent courts matter. An independent judiciary sends a powerful message. No government official can simply decide what the Constitution means. No wealthy corporation can purchase justice. No ordinary citizen is supposed to stand alone against unlawful power. Every case reminds society that law, not force, is the foundation of freedom. Conclusion. Courts cannot bring back the dead. They cannot erase suffering. They cannot undo every injustice. But they can ensure that truth is heard, that evidence is examined, that power is restrained, and that every person, rich or poor, powerful or powerless, has the opportunity to seek justice under the law. That is why independent courts remain one of democracy's greatest protections. Because a nation is strongest not when its government is feared, but when its people know that justice is always within reach. Final call to action. If you believe justice should protect every innocent life, every family, and every constitutional right, subscribe to this channel. Together, we'll explore the landmark court decisions that shape freedom, protect the vulnerable, and remind us that the rule of law is the true strength of any democracy.